So heaven if you sent us down, so we can build a playground.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another OBS tutorial. My name is Young Nem, and my last video, or my last tutorial, I talked about the NVENC graphics card hardware encoder for OBS streaming and recording. Today we're going to be talking about CPU preset recording the streaming using the CPU and bitrate. So just to start us off real quick, your CPU preset is a software encoder. If you're not using QuickSync or NVENC, you're using CPU X264, it's a software encoder. It's a better quality encoder for streaming and recording video. As well, it's going to use a fair bit of CPU power because it's running a program to encode. That's why, like, right now this is being recorded with my CPU, but that's because I'm doing nothing else. My i5 can do this while doing nothing else, and I'm at 20% usage in OBS. So it's a little taxing. I don't recommend this. I don't recommend using CPU encoding unless you have an i7, because you have the proper horsepower and the extra logical threads to do so. But I digress. The CPU preset, which I'm going to show you. Yeah, check this out. CPU preset is, where's it at? I'm using it right here. So that's set for recording, but CPU preset is a magnitude of compression. Okay. I just changed size. Can I make it bigger? Nope. 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 Okay. You see down here, it has all these different settings, right? Ultra fast, super fast, very fast, faster, fast, medium, slow, slower, very slow, and placebo. These are magnitudes of compression. How much the encoder can compress the video to its smallest form, and each one of these requires more and more CPU horsepower. So, say I'm using super fast right now. If I were to crank it down to placebo, I would need like 300% CPU power than what I have, and my computer would crash. So you pick the one, usually very fast at 3000 bit rate is solid for a 720p 60 stream. Bit rate is the amount of bits, and again, I'm not an expert, but as I understand it, bit rate is the amount of bits put into an image to comprise the image. So the higher the bit rate, the more pieces you're going to have to make an image, which can determine whether or not an image is blurry or blocky. I'm sure you've seen it, or very like pixel clear, like you see on a lot of very professional streams. So I guess the point here is compression does such a good job that if you can have low enough compression, you need a super low bit rate, and anything more is just wasted. The practical uses for this are, if you can stream at a lower compression and a lower bit rate, more people will be able to watch your stream, because you think for every 1,000 in bit rate, that's 1 megabit of someone's internet connection they're using to watch you. So if you're streaming constantly at 6K bit rate, that's 6 megabits down, which 30% of our country, at least in the US, doesn't have. Like the average internet speed for a third of our country is like 3 down, 1 up. It's real bad. So at all times you want to be striving to use a CPU encoder with low bit rate. A good example is Summit 1G. I asked him in his chat one day what he streams at, his bit rate and everything. And with his 10-core Intel 6950X, he streams on the lowest CPU preset at 2,500 bit rate. Yeah, that sounds about right. And you see his numbers, right? Granted, he is a personality, but there is a potential for more people to be able to watch him. I'm not going to get into recording because I don't necessarily understand it. I just put in the numbers that I see on the YouTube videos. But so for streaming, say you're using NVENC H.264. It does not compress very well. So you need a lot of bit rate to make it look good. Hence why I use about 4,000 at 30 frames or about 5,000 if I'm streaming at 48 frames. I very rarely stream at 60. Yet. So your goal at all times is to be streaming as far down this list on the presets and as low a bit rate as you possibly can. Now, I've come up with a handy image to explain this. If so, for the first boom. Okay, so for the first image here, shit, yeah, that one over there, this one, this is if you have a high compression, if you have like your CPU preset set to ultra fast or super fast, you're gonna need a higher bit rate to achieve the same quality as someone with the other one over there, the second one. Fuck, this is not working out very well. The other guy's got very good compression. He's using a lower preset, something like medium or slow, and lower bit rate to achieve that same quality. I guess my point is, at all times you want to be as low on that thing as your CPU can realistically go. If you're getting high encoding errors on OBS and it's telling you to turn your preset down, you're doing something wrong. Okay. Sorry, I've got my overlay on for streaming. This YouTube video is not turning out as well as I thought it would. The point is, I'm not good at videos. I stream. Compression, the CPU preset is a measure of compression. You want to be as far down as you can, according to your specs. Bit rate is only needed if you have really bad compression. So if you have really good compression, consider dropping your bit rate to increase potential for viewership. If you're using something like NVENC or QuickSync encoders, raise your bit rate or your gameplay and your streams can look like shit. Yeah, that sounds about right. My name is Jan Nem. Thanks for watching, I guess, and maybe come check out the stream sometime when I'm live. These videos are few and far between because I'm a truck driver for a living, so I'm not home very often, but this helped you. Thank you. Leave a like if you're so inclined, and I've only got like 30 subs, so I don't give a fuck about that. You'll have a wonderful day, and yeah, tell your friends, I guess, or some shit. Peace.
Keep dancing like we're 22. 22.